Sweet potatoes have many health benefits. They're rich in vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants. But did you know that combining sweet potatoes with certain foods can cause your blood sugar levels to spike to dangerous levels, potentially leading to diabetes? This can also result in weight gain and even cause heart problems and issues with other vital organs. The danger is made worse by the fact that these harmful combinations are pretty common, and there's a good chance they show up on your dinner table more often than you'd think. But don't panic just yet. By knowing which combinations of foods with sweet potatoes can be harmful and understanding how they affect our bodies, you can avoid the negative consequences. Hello, I'm Dr. Ethan Hale, and today we're going to talk about some food pairings with sweet potatoes that may look delicious but actually pose serious risks to your health. Over the years in my medical practice, I've seen plenty of examples of how everyday dishes impact people's health, especially for those over 50. My goal is to help you understand hidden dangers, avoid dietary mistakes, and keep your health in top shape for years to come. Make sure to watch this video to the end because I'll share an amazing fact about sweet potatoes that will help you get the most out of them. You'll be surprised how simple it is to do. Are you intrigued and want to get the most benefits from sweet potatoes without harming your health? Then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and let's dive into the first pairing that might seem tasty and healthy, but actually hides some serious health risks. Number 1 on our list is the combination of sweet potatoes with marshmallows. Sweet potatoes with marshmallows are a pretty popular combination, especially at festive meals like Thanksgiving. Sometimes it's made into a casserole, where sweet potatoes are turned into soft mashed potatoes with sugar, butter, cinnamon, and topped with marshmallows that caramelize in the oven. This combination is often treated like a dessert because its sweetness makes it feel more like a sweet treat than a typical side dish. But sweet potatoes and marshmallows aren't just a calorie-heavy dish. They can lead to health issues, especially if consumed regularly. This combination is loaded with sugar, which can cause sharp spikes in blood sugar levels. After that spike, energy crashes often follow, leading to fatigue, headaches, and irritability. Frequent consumption of this dish can contribute to insulin resistance, which increases the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Moreover, the high sugar and carb content can lead to fat buildup, especially around the belly, which raises the risk of cardiovascular diseases. To reduce the harm of this combo, you can swap marshmallows for a healthier alternative like nuts or seeds, which add flavor and healthy fats. Also, try cutting down on sugar or even omitting it entirely to avoid sharp blood sugar spikes. Now, let's move on to the next product. Let's talk about what happens when you combine sweet potatoes with butter. Sweet potatoes with butter is a pretty common pairing that shows up in various forms, including casseroles and mashed potatoes. In these dishes, sweet potatoes are often roasted or boiled, then mixed with a lot of butter, giving the dish a rich flavor and texture. These types of dishes are often found at holiday tables and in everyday meals, like roasted sweet potatoes with butter and spices. While butter can be beneficial in moderation, combining it with sweet potatoes can lead to several health concerns. One significant consequence of this pairing is excessive intake of saturated fats. When consumed in large amounts, fats from butter slow down digestion and can cause feelings of heaviness in the stomach, leading to discomfort like bloating and heartburn. Regularly eating sweet potatoes with a lot of butter can raise blood cholesterol levels because saturated fats contribute to the formation of bad cholesterol. This, in turn, increases the risk of heart disease and atherosclerosis. Additionally, this combination raises the calorie count of your meals, which can lead to weight gain and obesity with frequent consumption. To reduce the negative effects of butter, you can substitute it with healthier plant-based oils, such as olive oil or avocado oil. These oils contain monounsaturated fats that are good for your heart health. You can also try baking or steaming your sweet potatoes instead of frying them, which will lower your fat intake. Now let's take a look at another popular combination: sweet potatoes with brown sugar or maple syrup. This might seem like a healthier option, but it has its own hidden dangers. Sweet potatoes with brown sugar or maple syrup are a combo often seen in holiday recipes or for special occasions. For example, you might find baked sweet potatoes with a brown sugar and cinnamon topping, or sweet potato pies where maple syrup is used to enhance the flavor. This combination often turns sweet potatoes into a dessert-like dish, such as baked sweet potatoes covered in sugar or syrup. In these variations, the sweetness of the potato is enhanced, making the dish especially appealing to those with a sweet tooth. However, many people don't think about the consequences and frequently include these additions in their diet, especially during the holidays, without realizing the harm they can cause to the body. Eating sweet potatoes with added sugar or maple syrup might give you a brief boost of energy and enjoyment from the sweet taste. But that feeling quickly fades as the sharp rise in blood sugar is followed by a drop, leading to fatigue and irritability. Additionally, these dishes are high in calories, which can lead to a feeling of heaviness or discomfort in the stomach. If these dishes become a regular part of your diet, they can lead to much more serious consequences. Excessive sugar intake, in any form, including maple syrup, contributes to insulin resistance and raises the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Furthermore, the constant elevation of blood sugar can lead to increased fat storage, especially around the belly, which raises the risk of heart disease. In addition, sugar activates inflammatory processes in the body, which increases the likelihood of joint issues and other chronic conditions. To avoid the negative effects of combining sweet potatoes with brown sugar or maple syrup, it's a good idea to look for healthier alternatives. For example, instead of sugar, you can use natural sweeteners like stevia or erythritol, which won't raise your blood sugar levels. It's also a good idea to use spices like cinnamon or nutmeg to enhance the flavor of sweet potatoes, adding aroma without extra calories and sugar. Instead of maple syrup, you can add a small amount of honey or agave syrup, which have a lower glycemic index. Reduce the amount of added sugar and keep an eye on portion sizes. What about pairing sweet potatoes with cheese? Let's take a closer look at that one. Sweet potatoes with cheese is a combination you might find in various dishes, from casseroles and pies to side dishes and salads. It's especially popular in recipes where baked or fried sweet potatoes are paired with melted cheese, like cheddar or mozzarella. Some recipes include cheese as a topping for baked sweet potatoes with herbs, which makes the flavor richer and deeper. Sweet potato and cheese combinations are quite calorie-dense and can overload your stomach, especially if a lot of cheese is used. After such a meal, many people feel heavy and tired because cheeses, especially fatty ones, slow down digestion. Additionally, the high fat and salt content can cause bloating and discomfort. Frequent consumption of these dishes over time can be harmful to your health, especially for people over 50. Cheeses, especially hard and semi-hard ones, contain saturated fats that raise the levels of bad cholesterol in the blood. This can lead to atherosclerosis, high blood pressure, and other cardiovascular diseases. Additionally, the excess salt in cheese can contribute to hypertension, which is particularly dangerous for people with chronic conditions like diabetes or kidney disease. It's also important to note that combining sweet potatoes with fatty cheese can promote weight gain due to the extra calories, which in turn increases the risk of obesity and other metabolic disorders. If you want to enjoy this combination without harming your health, it's best to reduce the amount of cheese or replace it with lighter options. For instance, you could use lower-fat cheeses like part-skim mozzarella or feta. You could also experiment with plant-based cheeses that contain less saturated fat. It's important to keep an eye on portion sizes so you don't overload your body with extra calories and fats. Another option is to add more vegetables to the dish to make it more balanced. Including leafy greens or salads with sweet potatoes and cheese can help provide your body with vitamins and antioxidants, which can counteract the harmful effects of fatty foods. Now that we've covered cheese, let's focus on another popular ingredient, often paired with sweet potatoes: nuts. Let's take a closer look at the possible risks of this combination. Sweet potatoes and nuts is a combo commonly found in various fall and winter dishes. Nuts are often added to baked or boiled sweet potatoes, giving the dish a crunchy texture and a rich flavor. Popular recipes include sweet potatoes baked with walnuts, almonds, or cashews, as well as nut butters like peanut butter. In some salads, sweet potatoes are paired with nuts to boost nutritional value and increase calorie content. This combination is also found in desserts, where sweet potatoes serve as the base for pies or casseroles, and nuts add both flavor and texture. However, despite the appeal of this pairing, its consumption can have both positive and negative health consequences. Nuts, especially raw ones, are high in fiber, which, if consumed in excess, can cause digestive issues such as bloating and stomach pain. Eating sweet potatoes with nuts, especially in large amounts, may lead to a feeling of heaviness in the stomach and gas. Regularly consuming large quantities of sweet potatoes and nuts can contribute to weight gain. While nuts are healthy, they are calorie and fat dense. For people over 50 whose metabolism slows down, regularly eating such dishes can lead to obesity, which in turn raises the risk of type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular diseases. Nuts, when paired with other high-calorie foods, can also increase cholesterol levels and blood pressure. Additionally, nuts can be hard to digest for people with sensitive stomachs or digestive disorders, such as irritable bowel syndrome. Regular consumption of such combinations may lead to chronic intestinal inflammation and exacerbate symptoms of these conditions. To minimize the harm from the sweet potato and nut combination, it's recommended to stick to small portions of nuts to avoid excessive calorie intake. It's also a good idea to choose nuts with lower fat content, such as almonds, and avoid nut mixes with added sugar or salt. Instead of roasted nuts, opt for raw or lightly roasted ones to preserve their nutritional benefits. If you want to make this combination more balanced, you can add more greens or vegetables, which will lower the calorie content of the dish and help provide your body with essential vitamins and minerals. For example, pairing sweet potatoes with spinach or broccoli will make the dish not only tastier, but also more nutritious for the body. Now that we've covered sweet potatoes and nuts, let's move on to the next risky combination, bacon, which is often used in dishes with this vegetable. Sweet potatoes and bacon is a common pairing found in dishes like casseroles, potato bakes with meat, and as a filling for various sandwiches and salads. Bacon is often browned and added to baked or fried sweet potatoes to enhance their natural sweetness. This combination is also found in breakfast dishes, where sweet potatoes are baked with bacon and eggs, creating a nutritious but high-calorie meal. However, despite the fact that this dish often seems delicious and filling, the combination of sweet potatoes and bacon can be dangerous for health, especially for people over 50 who need to pay special attention to their diet. Eating sweet potatoes and bacon can lead to a feeling of heaviness in the stomach and discomfort. Bacon typically contains a lot of salt and fat, which can cause water retention in the body and swelling. Too much fatty food, combined with the carbohydrates from sweet potatoes, can lead to an increase in blood sugar levels, which is especially dangerous for people predisposed to diabetes. Long-term consumption of sweet potatoes with bacon, especially in large amounts, can have a significant impact on health. Bacon contains saturated fats and high levels of salt, which contribute to elevated cholesterol levels in the blood. This increases the risk of cardiovascular diseases, such as hypertension, atherosclerosis, and heart attacks. The high sodium content in bacon can also lead to increased blood pressure and the development of hypertension, which becomes especially dangerous with age. Moreover, frequent consumption of sweet potatoes and bacon can contribute to weight gain, since bacon is a high-calorie food. Considering that metabolism slows down with age, excess weight can lead to more serious conditions such as type 2 diabetes and chronic joint diseases. To make this combination healthier, it's recommended to use healthier alternatives to bacon, such as turkey or chicken breast, which contain less saturated fat and salt. You can also limit the amount of bacon added to the dish, or replace it with vegetarian bacon substitutes, which mimic the taste of bacon, but do not contain harmful fats or chemical additives. For people over 50, it's important to maintain balance in your diet. Instead of relying solely on combinations with bacon, try adding more vegetables and greens to the dish, which will not only reduce the calorie content, but also improve its nutritional profile. For example, you can add fresh spinach, avocado, or beans, which will complement the flavor of sweet potatoes, but won't overload the body with excess fats and calories. Now that we've covered sweet potatoes and bacon, let's move on to the next controversial combination, sweet potatoes with fried onions, which are often used in dishes with this vegetable. Sweet potatoes with fried onions is a popular pairing found in a variety of recipes, such as baked potato side dishes and salads. Fried onions add a crunchy texture and rich flavor that contrasts beautifully with the soft and sweet texture of the potato. This dish is often used as a side for meat dishes or as part of salads, sometimes with cheese and meat ingredients. Fried onions not only give the dish a unique flavor, but also add visual appeal, making it a common choice for festive tables. However, despite its popularity, the combination of sweet potatoes and fried onions can carry certain health risks, especially for people over 50. Fried onions, like other fried foods, can cause stomach discomfort, including bloating and heaviness. This is due to the large amount of oil and fat in fried foods, which slow down digestion and can disrupt the digestive system. Additionally, fatty and calorie-dense foods like fried onions can cause an increase in blood sugar levels, which can be problematic for people with diabetes or those at risk for the condition. Regular consumption of fried foods, including fried onions, can lead to a range of negative health effects. The high levels of trans fats in fried dishes raise cholesterol levels in the blood, which increases the risk of cardiovascular diseases such as heart attacks, strokes, and atherosclerosis. Furthermore, frying onions at high temperatures leads to the formation of harmful substances like acrylamide, a carcinogenic compound that can increase cancer risk with long-term consumption. This combination can also contribute to weight gain, as fried onions add a large number of calories and fats to the dish. Especially in older age, this can impact metabolism and lead to obesity. To reduce the harmful effects of fried onions, alternative cooking methods such as baking can be used. You can also replace fried onions with their baked version or add fresh onions to retain their nutritional benefits without the harmful substances formed during frying. Additionally, for older adults, it is particularly important to consume fried foods in moderation. Instead of fried onions, you can use fresh herbs like garlic, parsley, or dill, which will add flavor and aroma without harming the body. Now, let's move on to the next equally controversial combination: cream and fatty sauces. Sweet potatoes and cream or fatty sauces is a classic combination frequently found in popular dishes, such as mashed potatoes with cream, casseroles, or grilled potato salads. Cream adds smoothness and richness to the potatoes, while fatty sauces, such as cheese-based or sour cream-based sauces, complement this combination with thickness and depth of flavor. This combination is especially popular in restaurants and at holiday dinners when there is a desire to impress guests with something luxurious and tasty. However, it's important to remember that these foods can pose certain dangers if consumed too often or in large quantities. Eating sweet potatoes with cream or fatty sauces can lead to a feeling of heaviness in the stomach, especially if a large portion of such a dish is consumed. When combined with a high calorie content, it can cause a spike in blood sugar, which is extremely undesirable for people with diabetes or those at risk for the condition. Moreover, fatty sauces and cream often place excessive stress on the digestive system, leading to delayed digestion, bloating, and even heartburn. Frequent consumption of such dishes can cause problems with the cardiovascular system. The high levels of saturated fats in cream and fatty sauces raise levels of bad cholesterol in the blood, which contributes to the formation of atherosclerotic plaques in the arteries. This increases the risk of heart diseases such as stroke or heart attack, especially for people over 50. Furthermore, cream and fatty sauces add a significant number of calories to the diet, which, coupled with a sedentary lifestyle, can lead to weight gain and the development of obesity. Another issue is that many fatty sauces contain chemical additives and preservatives, which can have negative long-term effects on health, increasing the burden on the liver and kidneys. To reduce the harmful effects of combining sweet potatoes with fatty sauces and cream, you can replace cream with lower-calorie products such as yogurt or skim milk. For example, skim milk with a small amount of olive oil or avocado oil can replace cream. For sauces, you can opt for lighter versions, such as sauces based on tomatoes or avocados, that contain fewer fats and calories. It is also beneficial to add herbs, spices, and fresh vegetables to the dish to balance the fat and carbohydrate content, making the dish healthier and more nutritious. This will also help lower cholesterol levels and improve digestion. Furthermore, maintaining moderation when consuming such dishes will be the best option for people over 50, as regular overeating of fatty foods can negatively impact health. Now let's take a look at how sweet potatoes can interact with canned ham, another popular but questionable combination. Sweet potatoes and canned ham is a combination that can often be found in various recipes, such as casseroles, salads, or even as a side dish with main courses. Ham is added to emphasize the salty flavor and add richness to the dish. Some homemade recipes include canned ham as the main ingredient for potato casseroles, creating a simple and hearty dish that cooks quickly and can be used as a main course or side. The combination of sweet potatoes and canned ham can cause a short-term feeling of heaviness in the stomach, especially if the dish contains a lot of salt and fat. Excessive salt consumption can lead to dehydration and high blood pressure, which can be dangerous for people with hypertension. Additionally, preservatives often used in canned ham can irritate the gastrointestinal tract, sometimes leading to stomach pains or digestive issues. Regular consumption of canned products, such as ham, can have serious long-term health consequences. Canned foods often contain high amounts of sodium and saturated fats, which increase the risk of cardiovascular diseases, such as hypertension, atherosclerosis, and stroke. Excessive salt intake contributes to fluid retention in the body, which can lead to swelling and additional strain on the heart. Moreover, preservatives and artificial additives like nitrites present in canned ham can be harmful to the body over time. Nitrites bind with amino acids in the body, forming potentially carcinogenic substances. Studies show that excessive consumption of such products can increase the risk of gastrointestinal cancers and other diseases. To avoid the negative effects of combining sweet potatoes with canned ham, healthier alternatives can be chosen. For example, instead of canned ham, you can use fresh meat such as chicken breast or turkey, which contains less fat and salt. You can also replace ham with plant-based proteins such as chickpeas or tofu, which don't contain saturated fats and provide more beneficial nutrients for the body. If you still want to use canned ham, choose products with minimal salt and preservatives. Some brands offer options with low sodium or completely without added nitrites. Additionally, you can reduce the amount of ham in the dish and compensate for the flavor with other spices like garlic, pepper, or fresh herbs to lower the overall salt and fat content. Each of the sweet potato combinations discussed in this video may seem delicious and familiar, but now you know the potential consequences they can bring. Most importantly, you now understand how to avoid the unpleasant consequences and enjoy the health benefits of sweet potatoes without harming your body. Sweet potatoes themselves are a true treasure trove of benefits. It's just important to know how to maximize and use their precious properties. It's time to share with you the promised fact about sweet potatoes. Did you know that the skin of sweet potatoes is not just waste, but one of the most nutritious parts? It contains a high concentration of fiber, antioxidants, and vitamins that support healthy digestion, strengthen immunity, and protect cells from aging. But there's an important caveat. The skin of sweet potatoes is beneficial only if it's organic sweet potatoes. In this case, you can leave the skin on, making sure to wash the tubers thoroughly before cooking. To extract the maximum benefit, try cooking sweet potatoes whole on low heat or baking them at a low temperature. This method preserves the nutrients in the skin, making it not only edible, but also tasty. Moreover, you can use the skin separately. Rub it with a small amount of olive oil, sprinkle it with turmeric, and bake it in the oven. You'll get a crunchy, antioxidant-rich snack that can replace harmful chips and enrich your diet with beneficial nutrients. As you can see, even from seemingly small things like the skin, huge benefits can be extracted. Please let me know in the comments if you knew about this, or perhaps you have more interesting and useful ways of preparing sweet potatoes. I would really appreciate it if you shared your experience. Also, if you have any questions or suggestions for future video topics, I'm happy to listen. My goal is to be helpful, and your comments help me understand what topics are important to our audience. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Your support is very important to me, as it helps create quality content and share useful information. Please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss new episodes that will be beneficial for your health. And of course, watch the next video, the icon of which has appeared on the screen. Just click on it and discover even more interesting facts. Take care of yourselves, stay healthy, and see you soon.